Hi, this is Melissa. Welcome to Messy Missy Creates. I am finally going to finish this junk journal for the Collage Weekly Planner Prompts. So, I'm going to keep my 3 signatures. I don't know if you watched part 1 and part 2. And they do have 9, and I'm just going to live with it. If I have to cut one out later, I'll cut one out later. But I do need to cut them down because, as you can see, well, here is my spine. I already kind of halfway assembled that. But, you know, they are sticking over. And I realized when I was editing that last video, it's because we expanded the spine this way. So it took some length off of the book covers. So, but that's okay. I know about what I need them to be. And I'm going to see if I can do it this way. I'm going to cut them basically even or flush with this right here. I'm going to see if I can do it with a rotary cutter. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try because this is a self-healing mat. But it is, you know, it says just to use with rotary cutters. I wish, well, I'm just going to try it. See how we do. Let's see, do we make any headway? Not much. Well, all right. I'm going to use this. I know that it will do it. And when I get down to like that last page, and I'm not even looking at what I'm cutting. Let's see. I mean, I'm looking, but I'm not looking at whether I'm cutting off any images or anything like that. I'm not going to worry about it. And I'm just going lightly. Maybe too light. I'm not sure how sharp this X-Acto knife, or well, it's one of the Sizzix. I'm not sure that it's all that sharp anymore. I've had it for a while. Okay, well, I'm getting some of it. And then if this doesn't work, and I don't have, let's see, I'm going to see if I can, yeah, I think it might be straight-ish. I should have done this before I started, huh? Anyway, I am going to see if I can do this real quick. Jump the track there. And if it's not perfect, it's okay. It might have been easier to do with my paper cutter. Oop. Actually, I might try that. I know that people use those X-Acto knives on that. I'm going to see if it'll cut through. I don't know that this paper cutter will cut through all of that. But there's only one way to find out. And get it good and lined up. And I'm going to sink the blade. What I'm really after is about 5 3/4. I thought. Well, let me do it flush with this and see what happens. This might be the safer way to go. No, I don't think it's going to get all the way down to that. Nope, it's not. Okay. I am going to just finish the good old-fashioned way. Well, I'm going to break my... Let's see. Just finish it this way. I can't remember if this is a self-healing mat or not. I'm gonna use it anyway. I know the yellow one I had up here is, but I'm going to get down to this one and I'm going to try. Because I still don't 100% trust my right hand. You know, if you have watched me, you know, I watched some of my other videos from, you know, a year or two ago. I, you know, kind of lost the use of this hand for a little while. So I'm not 100% trusting it still. But let me see. So I thought the rotary blade would be a little bit safer. And then the other thing is I could just take them apart and do them the good old-fashioned way. But I know that this way is, if I can get it to go through, will make them, you know, more flush with each other. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it up and I'm going to bring you back. Well, it's straight-ish. I'm thinking that my blade wasn't real sharp, so it got a little gouged up, but it'll be all right. Okay. Now let me just clean up my mess. And put my utensils away. Paper weaving, anyone? Tempting. Very tempting. But I said I wasn't going to do that. Because the last thing I need is anything to encourage me to keep a bunch of little scraps. Okay. Alright, that was pretty painless. Okay, so that's better. Now, I just need to get, I don't know if you were in frame or not. Okay, so what I did with this, and I did decide on this piece, and I, you know, divided it in half, divided those in half, you know, all of this part. I didn't see the point in, you know, dragging you through that. And then I already had punched my holes in the card, and then I poked them through to the fabric from the back. And I found my other pokey tool. So anyway, I just, you know, just like that. And you can kind of see them. So I am going to, let's see. This is going to sit like this. So when we get done sewing the signatures in, this is going to fit in here like this. And you see it doesn't wiggle. It fits right down in that spine. You make sure you can close this and this. And bada bing, bada boom. Oh, my paper cutter fell. Okay, so let me get out some of my, I'm not going to use my, I generally use my antique binding kit, but I'm going to use this. You're not going to see the string on this because it's called a hidden spine. I am going to use some of these Wonder Clips because they're wonderful. So, and I'm going to use that. I don't know. I'm going to try to use these. I got these are plastic. They're like needlepoint needles. I don't know. I've never used one of these to bookbind, but these needles right here, you know, with the sharp end, they can re-poke new holes. You know, when you're putting them through. Oh, first, I got ahead of myself. Let's see. I have not marked my, let's see. So I need to mark these. I'm going to clip them together because I do want to make sure they stay good and tight. while I'm doing this. Now, actually, I'm going to need to, and I hate to do this. I really do. I'm going to have to flip them inside out. But also, in the meantime, want to make sure that my pages are, if you want them centered, center them. Sometimes I like them at the bottom. You know, all at the bottom. But I think for this, I'm going to want them centered. I only have a couple that are smaller. Anyway, okay, so now I'm going to clip them in several places because I want them to stay just as they are. Well, just as they are, except I'm going to mark them. I'm going to see if I can do it without folding them. Sometimes if you fold them backwards, but I want to make sure I have this lined up. And I guess I should put my T at the top. Let's see. I'll have a oop, that's not what I wanted. It's a Frixon, but I want the marker. Here we go. T. And I can tell which is the top of this because there's a pocket. So I'm going to, yeah, I put the cap back on that too quick, didn't I? I'm going to see if I can do this without flipping this because I've got my seam right here. And I just want to mark right there, and right there, and right here. Okay. And then I'm going to do that on the other three. Oh, I have two little ones back to back, don't I? Yeah, I guess that works. I definitely want to make sure that they're even. The other way is to fold it inside out, and that might actually be a little easier. And then that way you can, let me make sure I didn't flip it upside down. And that way you can see where you're marking. Just, you know, I'm just making sure that, because it's deceptive. And then I'm just marking on the edges there, right there on the fold. So that puts it on the inside. So whichever way of that you want to do it, it's up to you. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to, I wish I had more of those. I only have a couple. But I like these. These are sewing clips. And they work pretty well. And then I have one more. Just find the center, make sure I have my pages where I want them. Sometimes I do like to, you know, have them all at the bottom, but I think this time I'm just going to let them be in the center. Okay. And this works because I had a really good crease in them, and then I let them sit with a heavy book or whatever. Oh, nope. See, I almost did it, didn't I? Yep, I almost did it. It's so easy just to flip it over. But, let's see. Right here. And right there. And I gotta make sure I'm actually marking the book page, because if not, I won't be able to see. Okay. so I can see my points and get some more clips. Well, I'm struggling getting them out. I'm struggling holding on to them. Make sure that's not, that looked like that was really pulling. Yeah. Okay. You know, you really want to make sure they're down in there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and, okay, that one just does not feel, yeah, it felt too tight. That was weird. Okay. I didn't have them folded, I guess, enough when I put the clips on them. Actually, I see the other ones doing that too, so I'll have to straighten those before I put my holes in. And then I'm just gonna go straight in like this and do it slow and hope it comes out on that crease. And that one, so far so good. Uh-oh. Yeah, I guess that is right. Okay, it looked like it was coming in at an angle. And hopefully, I mean, it helps if you're straight, if you're holding your tool straight. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, that one's all kind of buckled, isn't it? All kind of buckled up. Let's see. Yeah, I can feel the second I took that clip off, I could feel that release on there. I had them way too tight. So this is just like, I mean, like any other, you know, book you've ever bound. Nothing new about that. Ooh, that went through a little too easy. A little scared that might not be. Okay. Nope, one more. I thought I was done. And you can pack the ruler in there if you want. But yeah, I definitely should have put the clips on with it folded. Okay. Not straight. All right. Last one. I just twist. I try not to poke too hard. Let's see. Whoop. I lost my grip on it. Yeah, so far. One more. I don't know if I've ever done it to where I haven't at least poked one hole through the, not where I wanted it, but so far this is going pretty well. Okay. I think I'm done with my pokey tool. And then you decide which one you want first. I think I'm going to have that one. I'm going to work back to front. Oh, I need string. That helps. 1, 2, 3. Ish. 3-ish. And this is not, well, I thought I had it. It's not wax coated thread, but it's about to be. you know, normally I would just use cutesy thread, but it's not going to show, so I'm going to actually, let's see, that does not feel like it has much on it at all. Let's see. Alright. And I'm going to try this needle. Now, like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this with this. Well, you know what? That eye on there is pretty doggone big. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure. Nah. Nah, I'm not going to take the chance. I am going to use this one. I didn't realize how big that was. It was very easy to thread, though. And of course, I don't know how I get in here in video and not have my glasses on top of my head. Okay. All right. Take 5. All right. Did that wrong. And I knew that. And then I even let go of my unclipped papers. So that's like the ultimate no-no. Alrighty. Let's try this again. Now I'm going to have to, let's see if I have the center one lined up. Okay. I knew that didn't look right, and I knew that was too easy. Well, alrighty. Yup. It's been a while. It has been a while. Well, I did sew in some of the signatures in my January journal. But it's been a little while since I've done this too. Let's see. Let's see, I'm still, nope. Well, look what happens when you do it the other. I don't want to put a T on this paper right here. I just don't. So, but that's why I checked before I got past the middle one. And I am fumbling quite a bit. But the idea is the material is going to hide. Oh, I should have clipped them when I got them together. There we go. Okay. I should have re-clipped that. Alrighty. Alright, sewing disaster. Alright, so now I have that coming through the right way. Because as I said before, this is going to sit down in here. So, anyway, so I'm hoping, I'm not sure if those holes are lined up since I let go of it. I did not mean to do that. Well, I didn't need to do it. I probably just wasn't thinking. Honestly, it didn't have the clips on it because I already had it sewed in. So, the only page that would be out of alignment, let's see, I should have taken my time to put it back together, but I did not. So, again, sometimes, and this is not necessarily a how-to, it's a how I do it. And I'm going to do it the wrong way a couple times before I ever get to do it the right way. One, because you know, I tend to be a little fumbly anyway. All right. I think I got it to come up through the right way there. There we go. Now we're back on track a little bit. And then once I get this one sewn in, ooh, I think I just jostled you. All right, once I get this first one in, it should hold the spine to the, I keep hooking on these hooks though. It's all right, I don't need it anymore. But I do need this back in the needle. And I stopped filming and I still didn't go get my glasses. Actually, I just need to trim it up. And I need to do it with my right hand. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Make sure we don't split that. Okay. Now I don't need that one. And I need to pull that all the way through. Okay. Yeah, I hope I didn't split that one, but if I did, I did. It's in there now. All right. We have the fabric against the book page. We have the T at the top, the pocket at the bottom. All right, now we're cooking with Crisco, as they say. Now we're doing it. So, I'm just gonna tie it off a little bit, and then I'm just gonna trim it. Okay. I'm really just gonna trim up, you know, just that long one. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the other two off camera, and because you don't need to see any more of that, and I will be right back. Okay, I have them all sewn in, and nobody was injured in the process. I like them. Well, I haven't cut all those strings yet. I'm making sure I have, you know, my top is my top. I have them, you know, right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna wedge that in here. Let's see, I might need to trim those up, but I'll try not to. I mean, it really doesn't matter, it's just another step. I bent this a lot. I was trying to see if I could get some more length. If I had only done two signatures. I'm going to trim this up a little bit because I don't need it. Anyway, and so I was kind of playing around with it and bending it so it's not real, it's not as, well, it's still as thick as it was, but it's not as sturdy because I kind of rounded it a little bit. I was just trying to see if I would like it at all. Okay. So I just want to make sure before I get my glue, you want to hold these up like this. If your material is wider, it makes it easier. And if you can hold it closer to yourself, that makes it easier. The way that I'm sitting, the table that I'm sitting at, my legs only go under so far. So it makes that, and then trying to get the camera angle, you know, makes it to where I can only get so close. So, okay, so that's the right spot. I still have some, you know, overage, and that's okay. Not that worried about it. And now for some glue. I am going to use my Fabri-Tac, and I probably should have set it down where it would, you know, it's not real full anymore. So I am going to well, it must be chilly because it's moving slow as molasses. But I just want to run a pretty, good amount of glue. Well, I haven't gotten it to come out in a steady stream yet. And then, if you've ever used Fabri-Tac, you know that then when you want it to stop, it doesn't stop. It just keeps coming out of the bottle. But it dries so fast, well, pretty fast. And I do want to get it to the edge. My nozzle must be a little on the clogged side. But I do want to get a good bit on here. There we go. Now it's coming out. Just want to make sure I have a good coating of it. And right up to the edge. Or edges, I guess. And then, okay, so this is where it keeps coming out when you don't want it to. Okay. Alright, so I already kind of had it in here the way I wanted it, but I'm hoping that you can see how I've got it lined up. And I want it lined up with the yeah, and then I want to make sure that I can close both. Okay. And then I want to see if I can pack it in here a good bit. Maybe in between the signatures. And on the edge. And then I'm also going to glue down the fabric. Now, if you want it to cover your book pages, now would be the time to do that if you want the fabric to cover that. Well, I mean, you can wait. I think I might wait until I know that this is good and dry. Because, that's the important part. The material is irrelevant at this point. It's just for show. I didn't want that white piece showing. And I could have gone back and done it out of cardboard. And then it would have been kind of a craft color. But I didn't want that to show either. So I like doing it with the fabric. Because I like having a little bit of fabric hangover. But see, you can see we got it nice and up to the edge. And I'll probably fray that up a little bit. Like that. And then I need to... But it looks pretty good. What do you think? Now I'm going to let it sit here and dry for a little bit, and then I'll glue down my, I'll do the rest of it. I don't think, my plan has not been to, because, I like singing this. It tells the history of the book. So, we pay a lot of money for ephemera that imitates some of this. So why would I want to cover it up? The blue tape was questionable, but hey, at least it's on all four sides. And honestly, if I were to tape paper or glue paper over this, you'd still see that. And there'd always be kind of a ridge. But anyway, so I'm just going to leave it. It's a junk journal. So this is what I'm going to be doing my collage weekly planners in. Or my, it's not the planner. I didn't buy the planner. The assignments. The prompts. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave you here. The book is finally done. This is the end of part 3. Yay. Everybody's happy. And I will come back with, now I can start working in it. I mean, I still have to glue down the material, those edges of the material, but that's not, that's, you know, that's easy. Okay. I will see you in the next video. And now I got to catch up on these prompts because I'm about 4 weeks behind. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.